I think I'm live. Yep, I think that's what it says. Yes. Hello, everybody. How are you tonight? It's Saturday night. Oh, what a couple days, right? Oh, my word. So I'm going to say hi to everybody and then try to get your comments, and then I'll open up what I'd like to talk about and we'll visit together. How's that? So, Heather, welcome, hon. Glad to see you. Ginger says she'll have to get the replay. Ines, Incus. Sorry, hon. I'm butchering the heck out of that, I'm sure. Yep, we need some repercussions, don't we? Hi, Kentucky girl. Glad to see you, hon. Kiki, welcome. You know what, Kiki? In a way, it's awkward, right? It's awkward as all get out, but I'm not gonna leave the BS out there. So I guess, yep. And we've all known I'm the elder of our group. So I guess, yep, Mama Waxy's here to help teach you. I don't know. Hi, Scumps. How are you tonight? Katie, welcome. Expose your own dang self. Isn't that? Oh, that is so good. That is such good. I should make a note on that one. That's a good one. Hi, Frank. Frank, how are you tonight? Oh, it's Eastern? Okay. I got you. Well, I got some things, and there's going to be more coming real soon. So if you have to leave, I sure understand. It's late. It gets late. Tia, hello. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Thanks for coming. Carly, welcome. It's good to see all of you. I'm not sure. I don't want to miss some people that have probably popped in. Angel, hey, how are you, hon? You asked her about were you the one? The instigator? Good for you. Yeah, she may block you. She very well may. And it jumped. I'm back up as far as it'll let me. Doggone it. I left off with Angel, right? Yeah. Okay. Missy P, hi. John, welcome. 2 bottles of wine. You better believe it. Oh my gosh. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Maria, thanks for coming, hon. I've got a whole explanation to how you didn't get my moderators didn't get their notification. Just a minute, I'll share that. John says Aaron handled it well. I don't know the story, so somebody will have to catch me up on what was going on with Aaron. Rubens, welcome. Aaron O'Kelly, welcome. TS, welcome. Chakoti, welcome. R. Pellerine, Susan McKee. Connect with your deck. GTA and Opinions, welcome. Ali R. Bliss Chris, Melissa Tiger. You guys are great. Leah, welcome. Kathy Mowry, welcome. Kathy Ann. Phyllis Elliott, welcome. Melly Lynn. Movie TV shows. I love that. Heidi, welcome. You got an explanation coming too, dear. Heather, welcome. Hoot. Hey, Hoot. Sunny D, I think I said hi, maybe not. Claire Murphy, welcome. Robin Becker, just a small town girl. Veronica, hey. I don't know how many of you know this, but Veronica named me months and months and months ago. She's the one that started calling me Waxy, and it stuck. So, okay, let's get started. If you pop in, I'll try to catch the highs as we get talking. I see my hair is a mess again. It's always a mess. Isn't that what we're supposed to do, though? I mean, seriously, if I'm going to be a big time YouTuber, I think I'm supposed to do this the whole show. Sorry. If I don't laugh, I'm going to scream. So anyway. Okay. So I'll ask. Obviously, this is just a question for the group. I probably won't see your answers, but um, did you see the first round of her sharing the list? The one where she got mad. If you haven't seen that, I have it, and I made a video, and I was about to launch it when I realized, well, let me tell you that part first. You guys, when I decided to come on tonight, I was like, I'm going for it. There's things I don't know how to do. Charlotte's tried to give me some tricks and teach me some things. And I thought, I've got 3.5 hours. Surely I'll be able to do it. Honest to Pete, every single thing went wrong. I swear to God, including my Wi-Fi went out for a while. It was like, what you were going to get, I'm going to have to do it through my mouth. I still cannot in a live stream add photos or videos, which I was really hoping to do. But that's okay. They're coming. You're going to get them, but just not tonight. We're going to kind of do an overview tonight. That's what we're going to do. So if you saw that video, you can imagine I literally couldn't believe she would show her face the next day. I guess that's what you have to do when you have completely ruined all credibility. I mean, the bottom of the barrel, the lowest of the ick is where she went. And then didn't know basic stuff. And her whole goal was to make fun, right? So night before last, I call it the KJ Comedy Hour. She came on and she had an agenda, her narrative of how stupid these hick Christian people are. Look at this, you guys. Look how stupid. And it didn't go good. It's still not going good for her, and it shouldn't. But I don't know if that list is something that the Duggars give out. But I would tell you, my first opinion was she's saying that they just hand it out like it's, we're at a booth, and here, this county booth, everybody take what you need here for honeymoon stuff, would be exactly the same as they would tell their children. Also, I've read the book. In the book that is being tossed around, by the way, is not the original book. It's not even the second original book. The first book, I can't remember the exact title, and I don't own it, and I'm going to see if I can get my hands on it. It is written by Dr. Wheat, and it's something about how to have a long-lasting marriage. But I'm sure it's on this topic. His CD, I think podcast audio, is the Before the Wedding Night. Now, did the person, think about this, guys, did the person that she's calling the source make her look bad? I did a video a couple weeks ago, and I explained to everyone that I could be her source, right? Because I outscooped her on the Jed and Katie wedding. She's out there saying it's Lauren, and I'm going, no, it's Katie. And so then next day or two, then she caught on. I don't know if she saw my video, somebody reported her to her, or she finally got it. But she's the one with the sources tight, right, to the community, right? And I'm thinking, if I had a source that never brought any tea, so far, zero tea, nothing that wasn't already out there. So would I keep that source? What's the use of that source exactly? And then I thought, the source, seeing what she did with it, maybe loves it. I don't know, could be, or could be going, whoa, woman, you're 12 years old, for crying out loud. What? She's not like normal people, even close. So this became, and it's really, really quickly proven, this became an opportunity to try to bring her false narrative forward. And the narrative that she wants more than anything in the whole world is that Jim Bob Duggar is a pervert. That's the number one goal here. And then the TLC allowed him to be a pervert. And of course, his children are perverts, and he was perverted with them. And she just goes on and on. And she gets like, just like she did on other subject matters, she gets like this visceral, vindictive, gonna take you down. And she pulled that for sure. So I'm going to back up now. That was kind of what really bothered me, watching her build her narrative. But okay, so we're going to start with the first evening. And the first evening, my video's done. It'll pop on as soon as you and I get done talking tonight. But it is about her coming on like a 12-year-old schoolgirl, all giddy, so happy, you guys. I mean, over the top, excited and happy, to tell everyone how stupid they were. And this stupid list, and there's none of it's good, and it's all terrible stuff. So she starts with, you can't get a UTI from sex. It would take literally 2 seconds, and I'm not even being facetious, to type UTI into your Google search bar, and immediately it pops up honeymoon cystitis, honeymoon disease. It's first thing, right up, boom. What's the next thing? How to help it? How to not let it happen to you? Pee before and pee after. Which she says, oh my God, you guys, they think if you pee, like, guys, it's not even the same hole. Guys, they're so dumb. Okay. So in a way, I'm really glad she started with that one, because the smarter heads in the chat were nailing her right off. That's not true. No, no, no. There was a nurse. I'm a nurse. I promise you, you get UTIs. Yeah, you absolutely can. So there's a point where she starts reading it, and you can see her get exasperated. Like, she rolls her eyes, and it's like, okay, geez. So she tries to move on, but her chat's not going to let her. No. So when she tries to go on and they get in her face, we see the Katie Joy that we all know way too well. So nasty. So come on, geez, get over it. Get over it. Yeah, so what? I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. So disrespectful. No class. Not even a modicum. No class whatsoever. And that should have been the end of it. At least for, I would say, a week. It should have been the end of it. But no. And this is really important, really, really important. She shuts it down, and she comes back. And she comes back because she's in the mood to laugh and have fun. And she thinks if they just got past that, we're going to be able to rip these people to shreds. This is going to be so good. She couldn't wait. So she comes back. Now, I don't think most of what she had to say at that point was as blatantly wrong as the UTI situation, but she made fun of everything. Now, here's what I know. The book, and not just that book, I'm sure many of you are aware of premarital counseling. Many, many, many churches require that. Many states want that to happen. They're not saying it has to be Christian counseling. The states aren't, just premarital counseling. The churches are saying they want it to be religious marital counseling. That doesn't start the night before. Okay? No, that's not how it works. It's weeks and weeks. It can be one-on-one with a pastor. It can be a group setting. It can be lay people that come. I actually was a part of one several years ago. And you do your best to help the newlyweds get off to the right foot, right? So when she went on with that video, and if you watch, I don't know, like I said, if you've seen it, great. If you can see it again, it's down from her. It's gone. But it is, she laughs at everything. Just like I said, 12 years old. My granddaughter turned 10 a couple days ago. She doesn't know about the subject matter, but she's way more mature than Katie Joy is. Way more mature. So why it's important right now to remember what a laugh fest this was and how important it was that she had to laugh and make fun, because it didn't go well. She gets up the next day and now it's a serious topic. Now it's boundaries, and Jim Bob crosses boundaries, telling his daughters. She did, it's either an Instagram post or a Twitter post that said that she thought that Dr. Meat was probably very much into the hymen stretching, that he probably wanted to be the one to do that. It doesn't get more disgusting and more gross than Katie Joy. I'm sure many of you have seen and remember the night she was with her husband and she told the whole world that she can't wait to get old. When she's an old lady, she'll be able to essay young men. I will have earned the right. It's going to be great. How mature is that? She is an arrested development prepubescent girl. This stuff is, I don't know how her mother and her father don't just, they can't possibly watch this. So the next day becomes, now she's going to build the narrative. Now we're going to build how this is so disgusting. This is these men and abusing these women. And it's just terrible. Terrible. Yeah. No, guys, it's not. Now, I'm going to do my best. I did this in my video that I made a little while ago, and I think it's the nicest way I can think of to share what I need to say about this. All of you already know I love retro television. Well, Golden Girls was one of my favorite shows. And I remembered, it came right to me when this was all going down, that they were sitting at a kitchen table, surprise, didn't they do that in every episode? And Blanche started talking about her first time. And they were talking about pleasure. This is so awkward, you guys. This is why mothers, do I have to tell you the bird and the bees? This is okay. So, and she was like, well, it was great. It was the dogwood trees, and you know how she talked all Southern and made it so mint juleps, and you know, Blanche. And she goes, it was wonderful there with Billy. Or was it Bobby? Maybe it was Ben. And so she doesn't remember who was her first time. And they ask her if she had the pleasure. And she goes, many times, many times. But which fella? So I'm going to call Blanche the naughty girl, right? of the group. So then it went to Rose, and they asked her, and she goes, well, you know, it kind of, I was creeped out a little bit until I realized that's what we were supposed to do. And then she asked, well, how was it, and she goes, oh, you guys, it was 5 years until we learned what could make my eyes roll in the back of my head. So we're going to give Rose the naive girl. Then there's Dorothy. So Rose asked Dorothy, what about you? And Dorothy says, oh, no. She goes, how could I? I was never in the room when it happened. It seemed like I was never there. And it was already over. So of the three, we got Dorothy, the educated, sophisticated, with a husband that doesn't know anything about anything, just for himself. Then we got Rose, naive, 5 years. No, everything's working. We got Blanche. It's working day one, but not, doesn't know who. Okay. So which one of the three do you want to be? Would you want your daughters to be? How about you husbands? Which one would you like your marriage to be? Because I vote not one of the three. Not one. I'm going to vote Dr. Wheat. I'm going to vote the Duggar list. Because if you really read it, just like in the Bible, I think it's in Corinthians. Okay, that I should not be doing. I'm not qualified. But the man is to love his wife as Jesus loved the church. He is to love her, cherish her. Now, yes, in return, in the Bible, it says then she is to submit to him as the church does to God. That is the lesson. It's in all Christian doctrine. It is what we're all supposed to do. Well, I'm a gal from the 70s, and I'm a Christian gal from the 70s, but that submissive part, I don't like that very much. No, wait a minute. I'll agree to respect and honor you, and I will treat you well. And how about if we have an equal? That's kind of where I ended up. But that's not what the Christian people, the people she's trying to ridicule, believe. So the list, by the way, it's from a couple different sources. Ed Wheat's wife, Gail, wrote part of it. Ed Wheat wrote part of it. And it's also from Packing for Trips, Long Trips. If you think about, look at the list, read, it's on your Instagram for sure. Look at the list, leave the sexual things out for a minute, and you're going to see that this was a list to make sure if you don't, any of these things happen on your special honeymoon, which they believe, now they haven't had sex yet. This group of people have not ever had sex. They've never kissed. So they don't want this honeymoon to be ruined from a UTI, a yeast infection, constipation, the whole list. It's from going on a trip, you guys. That's what that part's from. Be sure to take ibuprofen, all these things, right? She made fun of panty liners because she turned it into, and she said it was such disgust. You don't have to wear a pad. And she says, of course, gross. This is what's really hard for me. This subject, if we were all in a room, I probably could talk to you straight up. But sitting here on this video and having to say some of this stuff, it's awkward. It's awkward. So, but she's making fun that was a suggestion. Well, I hate to tell you, Katie, but as you get older, there's lots of reasons you might like a panty liner. Also, I have a picture. I have 2 pictures of Katie Joy in Depends. What's that all about? That's not feminine issues. So it's really weird, some of this stuff that she thinks she can make a mockery of when she's in the glass house throwing stones. You see, it's not right. Okay, so back to, I'm going to take the Duggar route. I'm going to be prepared for the trip. I'm going to have medicine, antibiotic, whatever. Let's talk about the lidocaine. It's actually called, she lied about that too, by the way. Where did I put that? I think in my photos. I don't know. Where? Is that it? I'm sorry. It's called something else, and I'm trying to find it. I guess I don't have it right here. It is an anesthetic, and it is for that area. It's for hemorrhoids. It's for other things. And she says in the next night's video, we're serious, and these people are disgusting in their boundaries, and they're teaching these people these outdated, and everybody was all upset about the lidocaine. Well, it wasn't lidocaine. It's a specific medication, and it is an anesthetic. And this is going to be the grossest part of my video, and I apologize. Here's the trigger warning. I don't know how to say it without saying it. She, on her Instagram, and if you have more than one device, go look right now. There's the picture of the female anatomy, opened wide. And at the bottom of that paper, that I did have here, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yes, I do. The bottom of that paper says, this procedure, stretching the hymen, can be done by the physician or by the bridegroom to avoid discomfort during the first time. And then it explains. And there's 2 pages of this. She said in her video that dropped today or last night, I think it dropped last night, I'm not sure, that was a lie, that the doctor didn't recommend that the husband do it at all. And it's all in there, guys. In my new video, I will be showing you the pages, and you can read it yourself because I have the book. She's lying. She's that won't fit the narrative, because she wants this hymen thing to be an issue that is worldwide bad. People do bad things there. We got to have virgins, and we're going to dismember. Lots of bad things. That's not what this is, you guys. Not even close. Not even close. I've been disgusted so many times already with this woman, but this one way over the cliff. Just unbelievable. There's not, I'm open. If you want to tell me what's wrong in that list, that parents that know they have adult children that are virgins, and I don't believe, I know where this comes from, by the way. Josh Duggar's wedding. His father hands him the book I was talking about, the one about having a long, successful marriage, and then the CD about the wedding night. He hands it to him there at the church. There's a lot of things they're supposed to do before the wedding night, not just at the wedding night. I believe that was probably for television. Like, we give them this book. We did it 6 weeks ago, rewrap it and give it to them here so they can talk about it on the television. Something like that. I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think they're giving them this information, getting in the car, the tin cans behind the car. Here's your book. I don't think it's like that. Plus, I do know about the premarital counseling, and I do know what they talk about in premarital counseling. And it's And there's nothing wrong with this list. Nothing wrong with this list, except that she changed it into perversion. She had a narrative to run. Now, if she was serious, this is the lightning bolt. If she was serious that this was boundaries and he's a disgusting father and a pervert and all the things, why was she laughing her ass off the night before about each thing? Each thing. It was 12 years old. They're talking about poopy. Oh my God. Yeah. So I know that this was not true. It didn't bother her like she's pretending now, because it was supposed to be this top-notch laugh fest. Look what I brought. Look what we have here. And she's saying she didn't write it. I don't believe a word she says. I am curious to know if this source, which as I started this, if the source wrote it, the source has to be, I would think Katie would be firing the source, since that source has never brought any tea. Not once. Not once. She says the wedding invitation. I had already announced that Jed was marrying Katie and the April 3rd date. I didn't have the invitation, but you know who did? Reddit. So she goes, screenshots the Reddit invitation, puts it up. She got it from her source. I don't believe a word she says. I'm sorry. I've watched her lie in every video I've ever seen her do. She does not get through a single video without some sort of lie. So how, literally, if she said the sky's blue, I'd go, don't think so. I just wouldn't. So I have more to say, but I think I'll stop for a minute here and see what you all are saying. And if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can. I'll try not to get too graphic. Poor Mama Waxy. Have pity. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's jumping a little bit, but I'm going to back up where it let me. Hi, everybody. I think there's some names here that weren't here earlier, so let me say hi to everybody. Okay. You heard about the diagram? Kentucky Girl says on IG. It's there. It was there before I started the video. I happen to have it. I don't really feel like showing it right now, but I'll put it in a video and you can screenshot it. But it says right there. And did you hear her say earlier today or last night? It says the doctor doesn't say, like that. Jim Bob twisted that. The doctor doesn't say for the husband to help with that. The hell if the doctor didn't. It's in there. She didn't read the book. She didn't even read the diagram she put out on her Instagram. Physician or by the bridegroom? He does talk about the bride helping if there's an issue. This is awkward. But, oh, golly. Hi, Angie Denise. Illuminati, you have a new video? Awesome. We got something to watch when we get done here. Hi, Violet Witch. Jill 72, hi. Yeah, the pic is OMG. I love it. Camilla, hello, welcome. Sarah Rue, hi. She wants people to, Kiki says she wants to humiliate these people, and she does. It's her life's goal. And part of the reason she tells it to us in bits, and what's going on with my hair? You got to cut my bangs, I guess. Part of the reason is I have screenshots of stuff from before she was a YouTuber where she talked about being SA'd in high school. And guess what? He was 2 years ahead of her in school. Then she gets a long-term boyfriend. She talked about that this week. She's talked about it many times. But apparently he was an abuser, and she was with him like for 4 years. And he was a Jehovah's Witness, and she couldn't say no. He forced himself on her all the time. So we got a high school essay, we got a long-term boyfriend essay, and then we have the 27-year-old essay where he was also from high school 2 years ahead of her. Something going on in the water in that class 2 years ahead of her. So that's, she gives it away. Like, that's important to her. Like she said, I'm going to fight that. I'm going to try to bring people out of that cult. That's my passion. That's my interest, to get those people out of the cult. I don't believe the people she's talking about are the people she needs to be worried about. I'm going to say this. I'm trying to say it in every video I do. There are issues with Jim Bob Duggar, which I'm going to be talking about real soon. What happened in the last 2 days has put a fire in my belly. But they're not what she's saying. So I want to talk about it real. And I want your trust. I want us to be able to talk about this, because there are things to talk about. There are also things to talk about with Josh. But again, not what she's saying, not this narrative she's pushing. That part isn't correct. Then today or last night, she starts in about how Mary, Jim Bob's mother, wasn't into this. She wasn't a Christian like this. Oh, yes, she was. Oh, yes, she was. And that's also documented. Oh, Mary's husband, Jim Bob's Duggar, had an alcohol problem, and she was trying to keep a home together. And it's bizarre. Katie can tell you that Jim Bob's sister's nice and that Amy's nice, but she can't say it about these other people. And the boundaries there are very small. Amy is young and has looked at life differently, but her mom does believe a lot like Jim Bob and Michelle. It's not nothing like she wants you to think. It's not. It's not. So yes, humiliation is the agenda. Oh, Frank says the book on Google, the whole thing available in the whole context. Well, yeah. I mean, mine is a Kindle book, the one I have, but it's got all the diagrams. It's, but I'm looking for the other one, and I haven't found it yet, but hopefully eBay or somewhere, right? So yeah. She said you can't get the book. She's lying. And she also said you can't get the Josh Duggar wedding video. Go right now. Run over to Amazon Prime. You'll see it. And if you take it, want to buy it in SD, $1.99, it's yours. 2 hours, Duggar video. She maybe couldn't find it. I don't know. But I think she says that so that you don't go looking. Because once, like me, having the book, she can't get away with saying what she said. The doctor didn't say it like that. Yes, the doctor did. Yes, we read it, and it's in her own paper that she published on Instagram. Jeez Louise. Be careful of your lies. You may not remember them. Ah. Yes, Kiki. Yes, I'm going to say it softer, but yes. Bicycle riding, gymnastics, active. Some people don't even get born with one. Some people have very little. Some people have very thick. And it's the thick ones that I think were the reason that this became a topic. Because it's a little harder then and it's a little more painful then. Just saying. But Hoot says she will do and say whatever she has to make them look bad. That we put a gold star on that, Hoot. That's exactly right. Sunny D, I just hate how she has made everything sound so dirty and appalling. You know, Sunny, yes, honey, that's right. It's not wrong that these young people get married and that's going to be everything they're doing and thinking about. It's okay in Katie's world if the Duggar boys would go out and get laid multiple times, get some experience. She talked about that a couple weeks ago. They need experience. But if they choose not to for religious purposes, and then they get married, and it's normal, they're in love, they're human. It is not. If she thinks it's dirty, that's what she's saying. We're out here going, what's the matter with you? Why in this day and age wants to talk about saving all these women? Oh, by the way, saving all the people, and she likes that they come and she's going to be there. That'll be an open space for them. The night she's making fun of everything, that night, she says in the video, oh, we got a fundy in here saying there's nothing wrong with this list. She immediately made fun of them. That's welcoming? That's what you're talking about there, Katie? You're going to be welcoming to the people that want to leave this cult? You know, I've struggled to figure out how to say this exactly, but I'm going to give it a try. I may have to do better another time, but I'm going to try. We all, probably all of us want Leave It to Beaver. And for you young people, who would that be? Full House? I don't know. You want the white picket fence. You want it to be perfect. You don't want to have troubles. If she thinks that the perverts, the women's smashers, only live there in Fundy Town, it's truly in every walk of life. You could live in a small town and have 3 perverts down at the corner bar. You could live in a big city and in your high rise, however many. You could be a part of the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts. I mean, wholesome stuff everywhere. They're everywhere, every walk of life, including the priests. We all know those stories. The Muslims, Angel brought up, right? That have to marry their brothers in veils, and there's all kinds of suppression, all kinds of things. The Duggars, if you read the book, if you could, I'm going to come back and try to talk about this. They truly, truly believe the way to get what they want in life, the way to have a good life, be successful, have the wife be the helpmate, is to give your wife a very fulfilling sex life. She knows that Jill Dillard and Derek Dillard have talked about 3-4 times a day. For sure now, even with kids, it's daily. That's pretty good. I think they're 6 or 7 years married. But it's a priority to them, and they believe that's the way to go. Yes, does the man have pleasure? Absolutely. But it isn't just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It isn't, I don't want her to be happy. She read it, and this is in the video I'm going to drop tonight. she read it. And right after she read that it says, please the wife first, if she's up, if she'd like it, offer it multiple times. She says, was there anything in this about consent and the woman getting pleasure? I'm like, you just read it. So I reread it for you because it's absolutely says that. And then add Corinthians, the woman, the church, the Jesus, the whole thing. They're happy. And there are people, and I know that, Katie, there's people that are in this religion, and the man will abuse that. You submit to me, and I make all the decisions. Well, that's not what they've nurtured here. It might ultimately be the man's decision. They believe that's what God wants, with the help, with the opinion, with the guidance of the wife. Sort of a partnership. I would still want to be a little bit more in the end decision maybe than the Duggars, but I'm not also on that same journey. But for her to make it out, like these people, it's so hard. It's so hard. But I'm sorry, Sonny, I went off on a tangent. But yes, she tries to make it as appalling and dirty as she can. And it's nothing like that. Nothing. Rubens, hi. Rubens feels she could be sued. I put some feelers out, and I'm hopeful that somebody's going to listen to what I had to say. We'll see. I believe there's a couple different places she's very vulnerable for a lawsuit, but we'll see. You know, one of the things to think about, and why maybe, and I would bet probably, like the Duggars haven't sued somebody like Katie. If you sue, it brings all the whatever back bubbled up to the top. So if you think you're going to get money, you know, there's a percentage. Like I'm sure Toddy is weighing. Is it a 50-50 chance I'll win the suit? Is it 70-30? What is it? But Jim Bob's very tight with his money. So he would want to probably have a guarantee. So because of that, I'm going around Jim Bob. I've got a couple other thoughts, a couple other people that I think might really be the ones that might pull the trigger. I'm hopeful. I don't know, guys. I only can be hopeful. That's all. Okay, back to Illuminati. I was disgusted by how she handled it. So immature. Yes. Now, did you do a parody? Were you able to? Well, but this is so funny. Something. I'm sorry. That's your job, not mine. But yeah, had to be hard. It's seared into your brain. Oh, that's so cute. Sherry, hi. Before my mom got pregnant with me, had trouble, and she was a virgin, and she had to go to the doctor to get assistance. That's not the only case. Just saying. Now imagine, there's my hair again, guys. I'm sorry. Imagine if your parents, knowing you're virgins, would take the time to say, hand you some. My mom gave me a little pamphlet that she got from the doctor. I came home from school, it was on my bed. If you have any questions, honey, we can talk. Well, that was the discussion. That's what, you know. Now, what my talk with my daughter, we sat on the bed and I was able, very comfortable, to lay it all out. Generations have changed. Things, they know more too, by the way. my daughter knew more than me by the time I had the talk. I mean, not more than me, but more than me at that age. I've had 3 children. Okay. Nana Kimber, hi. Oh, congratulations. Son's wedding. That's awesome. Exactly. Frank you must be replying to the books for Josh, right? For TV. Thank you, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. I didn't say hi to you yet. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? Hope you're feeling good and all. Angela, question. I'm embarrassed to ask, doing your first time. Oh, Angel, honey, we can have a girl talk about that too. No, not always. Sometimes it really does come down to if it's a thicker hymen or a thinner one or not at all. And also this stretching thing would help. So no, honey, not everybody does. No, nope. Carly, I what was that doctor's name? Dr. Ruth. Ask your sex questions here. Oh dear. I will help as best I can. Like with Angel, that one was easy. If you ask me technical questions, we may have to refer to Dr. Wheat's book. Just saying. Carly, she sure has a lot of opinion in sex and marriage for someone. Isn't that the truth, Carly? That's why she doesn't know this crap. Oh, I made some comment in my video about, because I'm still mad about I think it's called a boppy pillow, and your baby was laying on it, and how dare they do that, and you better not sleep with it. And yeah, we know. And then she's always bringing the American Pediatric Association says this, and this, and those Duggar girls, Jess is breaking that, and Joanna broke that, and it's like, really? Does the Pediatric Association think you should have your 8-year-old son sleep with you every night? I think it's time to introduce him to his own bed. Just saying. I don't think it's anything creepy. I don't mean that, but she should be sleeping with her husband. If you want to do things by the book there, Katie, as you're throwing those stones, maybe, huh? Hi, Gizmo. Me too. I do hope that. I really do. Josh didn't need any book. Well, Heather, he maybe didn't know what he was about to learn. Maybe. I don't know. He did explore as a young teenager. He went exploring, and it's disgusting, and I don't like Josh at all. I didn't like him before I knew that news. He's, of all the kids. You know what's funny too? On different shows, and I think we should do that one evening. I'll try to be brave. Even some of the shows I just love, there's always one or two people that rub me a little wrong or send me a vibe. And because of the way Katie handles them all, I don't want to say, because see, even Lexi agrees they're pieces of crap. No, I don't want to be in conjunction with her in any way. Yeah, Claire says, how does she get away with the lies? It's appalling. Look, my camera just bumped. Sorry. It's appalling. And I don't know about you guys, but day after day of it, it just is sickening. And she's laid it on really thick the last couple days. Oh, thank you, Butterfly Kisses. Kisses, great. We're just talking here. Well, Angela, yes. She says, maybe Katie learned it from the streets. Katie told us many times she's a party girl. She's a party girl. Yeah. So for her, she didn't, I thought, why did her parents, what did they give her? And I thought, well, if they already knew she's out there, they probably didn't. They probably thought, well, she learned it where she learned it. Yeah. But if you're trying to have, as we all are, a good life, a wholesome life with some fun in it, I'm not against fun. Mm, mm, mm. What? Camilla, who did? She posted scripture? Timothy 2:15. My Bible's in my bedroom. Timothy 2:15. Wonder what that says. Huh. Yeah, Violet says it. Talking about someone's marital night's not her business. Yes, Kentucky girl. The more she opens her mouth, the topics that she talks about, the more we realize and learn about her upbringing. And that is the truth. That is the truth. Her tea, Carly says, her tea is side hugging and getting married on Saturday. Yeah. Are you talking about the supposed source? Oh my gosh. The source has yet to say anything we didn't know. That's a bad source. John says she doesn't research properly. She starts with a narrative. She doesn't let facts get in the way. No, she doesn't. No. That's what happened here. She didn't let that. Yeah. Claire, KJ got mad when she sure did. She sure did. And that should have been the end of it, in my opinion. She should have closed her down. If she wanted to bring this list up week, 2 weeks, something, but within, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever it was, she's back to laugh some more. She was PO'd that she wasn't getting what she wanted for a response. That stole her thunder. What did she do when the ladies in the chat had children that had passed? But hers was survival day. She was so mad. She didn't say this, but you're stealing my thunder. I don't think I'm even in the mood. I don't think I can tell my story now. Oh my God. 12-year-old girl. 12-year-old girl. Kiki, we could pray. She said she's waiting for the Duggar lawsuit to drop. We could pray. Tati, bring her back. And then one or two others. Get the cease and desist going. Come on. Let's get her realizing, because the lawsuit with Tati, whatever that cost her, didn't teach her a dang thing. Nothing. We're still dealing with this piece of. Aaron says Reddit's better source for everything. Well, that's interesting. And I did read sometime this week, Reddit banned her from like 3 different, like the Duggar Snark, the Fundy Snark, and the Katie page. But she'll just come in as a sock account, but at least they took a stance. And then she gets it from those, like the Sun and these other, and then she makes it up. She literally makes it up. How about the young man? He's supposedly one of Jed Duggar's best buddies. He claimed himself to be the best friend. And I guess he put out an Instagram open for answers and questions, which according to Katie, he didn't have any real answers. Everything that was asked was he didn't know. He's over there. Only thing he knows is he's got to be there the day before. That's all he knew. So she tells us what his DMs say. She tells us his name. Then she tells us what his DMs say. Then she says, I'm going to respect him and not show the DMs. Of course not, Katie, because they're lies. Of course not. You think we're stupid? Of course not. If you were going to respect him, you wouldn't have told us the story and busted his butt in front of the Duggars. But you did. And then instead of prove that he said what he said, you're just going to leave it out there as a rumor. And that's not the same as busting a source. You already did the busting. You gave us his name, what he said. Yeah. Sorry, chick. That's not how it works. It jumped. I swear. Okay. Stopping. No, one more. Thank you. Scientology would eat her alive. But that's another one. Holy, they're not just, well, that's probably why she doesn't do it. It's not just woman suppression. It's people suppression. So, but this is because she's getting money. If you look, since she started going hard on the Duggars, all the rest of her videos are getting very little views, and the Duggars are getting up there 20, 30, 40, 50,000 views compared to 6, 9. So she's going hard on it because it's money. And the problem is the viewers aren't stopping. So it's going to keep going. Okay, Donna. Oh, you have it. Thank you, Donna. That was quick. 2 Timothy 2:15. Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly handles the word of truth. Why in all get out would she put that out there? There's nothing. Boy, you guys, I don't get that one. I don't get it. Am I missing something? No, that's not that weird for her. Surprise, it's weird for her. Camilla's getting a front hug this week. You go, girl. High five. This is what it comes down to. My parents don't do social media. My mom would probably get a kick out of some of this, but on the other hand, I won't be going, Mom, I won't be over for dinner anymore. Speaking of that, I got my shot today. My arm does hurt a little bit, but I feel okay. I've had a little bit of tummy issue, but that could be not even related. So I'm soon going to be able to hang with my folks. I'm really excited. Shelly says she looks foolish. Yeah, sad foolish. Todd, I don't get it. I'm guessing it's too much of a browbeating if he speaks up and says, honey, maybe you shouldn't go that route. Because why? No, Todd. Hi, Bo. How are you? It's good to see you. It should be. Thank you, John. It should be clinical. I didn't see the rest. John, your first sentence had me. The next sentence, she's going to have to just give her son a laptop and open to Pornhub. No, John, it's the other way. Vaughn will be showing her Pornhub. Well, I also said, I don't know if I think it might have ended up, as they call it, on the cutting room floor. because in the video I made, I was like, you get to tell Vaughn. He's your kid. The birds and the bees, when you want to, how you want to. If you don't want to, that's your choice. The adult Duggar children, not your choice. Not your choice. And I say bravo. Give me that list. You know what? I'm gonna at least use the packing part of that list when I go on a trip. By golly, remember all those things. It's not a bad list. And then when it goes to the sexual parts, I mean, extra towels, extra panties, extra jammies for comfort. I think that, it was not. Oh, and this part, she was appalled that the mom could take the daughter negligee shopping. I've told my husband that one. I'm like, my mom and I have gone shopping for pretty nighties and things together. Didn't think anything about it. But that's because, like John, she's thinking crotchless panties and I don't even know. She's not thinking beautiful lingerie, a pretty set. For my bachelorette party, I think we didn't call it that then, but I did have friends and it was kind of like a shower. I did get some. My one friend bought the slippers, and my other friend bought the robe, and my sister-in-law bought the nightie that went underneath it, and they all matched from some fancy boutique in one of our bigger towns. It was so pretty. I still have it. But see, that's not where her mind went. 12-year-old gutter mind. That's where her. It's not. Couldn't be wholesome. It couldn't be pretty. It couldn't be nice. And by golly, if your mom will pay for that, good. They're not cheap. Carly says she makes front hug sound scandalous. Now, what is up with that? I know it's because, monetization. She don't want to say the bad words or the big words or whatever. But come on. Seriously. Front hugs. She even used that against him. And again, I'm going to, in my videos that are coming, this is what I'm going to do. Now, I don't want to promise too much because if life gets in the way, as it has been doing lately, I've been needed in my personal life in a couple areas that I don't normally have to attend to, but I have been needed. And then, God forbid, you're putting together a presentation like for tonight, and then your Wi-Fi's out and your PowerPoint's worthless. And yeah. So, but my plan, I think, is I'm just going to do almost like, what would we call it? Like a docu-series or something about all the BS and what really is the truth. And I'm just going to keep, I don't know. I don't know what else to do at this point. She's evil. She's vindictive. She's mean. She's evil. And then to turn this into some perversion. I literally, that's when I said I was coming live tonight. It's like, I know I've got this video ready. The video I have ready is about the other night where she was mad. So, but tonight I was like, I can't take this. No. And then, you know what we also need? We need a vote. I need a word. I want to say the B word real bad. And I don't call people in my real life the B word. But I've never known anybody that deserved it more. But since I don't want to do that, is biatch, is witch, I don't know. So maybe we should have a vote some night. 1 for this, 2 for that. Hi, Julie. Yes, sour, nasty. I agree. I think she's mad. I think she's really mad. If, her history with the men, and then Todd loses his job. She has a son that has issues that she has to contend with, and she didn't want a child. And now we got one that has issues. I think inside she's just PO'd. PO'd. Yeah. J. Mickey D says she thinks she's jealous because she's not getting any. If she really, we can't do this and it's not our business. We just talked about that. But if she knew how much those young Duggars are getting, she'd be going, oh, wait a minute. Wait. I don't have to work. I get sex 3-4 times a day if I want it. I can have it anytime I want it. Okay, I'll make a compromise. I'm not having 19 kids, but otherwise that sounds like a deal. Right? I mean, jeepers creepers, Katie. I understand if it's bad people, if it is suppression, if the man is running ramshot over his family, this is a bad man and shouldn't be happening. I don't think most of the people she's talking about are doing it that way. And then I need to add one more time that Mary Duggar good woman, but not necessarily a principled woman. Mary, my daughter-in-law grew up literally like 12 miles as the stone throws to their house. So she's told me stories. Her mother's told me stories. But Mary, shrewd, tough negotiating businesswoman. Very much so. Very, very much so. And she was very much instrumental in the Christian life of Jim, Bob, and Michelle. For Katie to say no, it's, I think, because she doesn't want to say that in front of Amy. If Amy's watching, that would be my guess. Miss Cassandra, how are you? Good to see you. Proud. Well, this is another thing, okay? You didn't say it, Mrs. Cassandra, but I'm about to. She's so dang gross, so grody. You find me a video where she does not pick at her nose. I don't think there is one. She plays with her nose. She picks at her nose, inside, outside, underneath, all over. These same fingers will go in her mouth. Today, was it today? I'm getting confused. She had stuff in her teeth. She picks it out. Where did it go? There's no tissue. So she's wiping it on her leg. She sits in her chair and picks her toes, and those fingers still go in her mouth. This woman is not good with hygiene. Not good with hygiene. So maybe Todd says, I don't know. I think I need a video on Todd. Interesting case study. She mentioned it once and then never again. I really wish she would have. Oh, now, Camilla, can I get back to Erin? What did she mention? I gotta know. Oh, Scientology. Okay. Gotcha. KJ is using the Bible to back her truth. But you mean for the Timothy? Yeah, no. She doesn't get to back any. No, sorry. Hi, Wind Whisperers. How are you? KJ's post was something. See? Women are punished and forgiven through childbirth. Where is she getting that? You mean from Genesis 7? Are you kidding? Oh my God. Yes, we know. Should we bring up the snake and the tree and the apple? Come on, Katie.
Shelley says, if she was my loved one, I'd figure out a way at least to take her a day or two off. Yes, she really needs to. She's never embarrassed. That's right. Hi, Seabreeze. You're welcome. Hi, Just Chat. How are you tonight? I saw you a post earlier or something. I forget what I was reading, but it was about you. It was your post. Um, Frank says, did you catch the part where she said, I'm wrong? Yes, I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, I sure did. Yeah. She said it. Okay. She goes, enough. And what's this? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. God, you guys, let it go. And then she's reading it, and someone says, you're wrong. And she goes, okay, I'm wrong. And immediately how many times do I have to agree with you? Well, maybe more than the once that you yelled at the chat. Maybe more than that. How about be nice about it? She could have said, you're kidding. I've never had a UTI. I didn't realize that. It would have had a small amount of egg on her face, but she would have gotten past it. It wouldn't look quite as bad as she did. But no, she could never do it with any decency. She doesn't know how. That's where I'd like to talk to her parents. Where did you raise this girl? She can't be nice to anybody. Amber Check, hi, by the way. I truly wish that others would shut her down. Yes, I do too. I hope. She's the female Galaboob. Okay, GTA. I don't. Is that like a Harry Potter thing? I'm just gonna guess. Galaboob. You know, every once in a while I get stuck on these and they end up being a bad word. And I'm Rose. I'm too naive to know what the word was. Oh, Seabreeze, you knew you would be here tonight. Yeah. Drain her bank account. That's what needs to happen. That's exactly Aaron O'Kelly. Exactly. Kathy Mowry. Avoid godless chatter because those who indulge in it will become more and more ungodly. Yes. And that is a difficult thing. And I'm sure it's all difficult for you guys too. I bet you these are conversations you may have with people in your real life, but I've never, ever, I'm 63. I have to think. 63 years old. And I have never met a more vile, disgusting person. Now, maybe if I'd met a murderer or something like that, but I haven't. But in just regular life, just somebody that's that mean, that vindictive, vile, I've never seen anything like it. So it's hard to know how to handle it correctly. There's a part of me that wants to call a spade a spade. And then there's a part of me that thinks, okay, you're not that. But it gets hard because it's that disgusting. It just is for me. Someone asked her if Reddit, and you could see it all over her face. Yeah, I didn't see that question, but I did see her say, it's a vetted source. It's not Reddit. I didn't write it. Yeah, there's a lot of people because again, do you have the book? And do you know what to pack on a trip? Put them together. Voila. Oh. She pulls it out of her ass and calls it a source. Shelley, that way is true. Yes. Yes. Heidi, Waxy, yes, but with Reddit banning only keeps her from commenting and posting and giving awards. When a person is banned, they can get the info. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. But she bans me from things all the time. So I'm going to ban her right back. Like she'd want to come talk to me, right? I don't think that would go well at all. Oh, it's 216? Wait, not 215? Oh, it jumped just as I saw that scripture. Oh, jeepers. Where did it go? Somebody told me just a second ago it's 216. Where in the world? I can't find it. I guess that's as far back as I can go. Why does it do that? Oh. Okay. Something Shelly's telling Donna, she doesn't doubt it for a minute. Illuminati says, we used to tell our kids it was working out equipment. I can only guess. When I first saw it, I was sick to my stomach. It makes it somewhat better to know there's a community. You know, I don't know if you know my story. I wish I knew how to say your name. Inquest. I'm sorry, hon. I saw Katie because I had Googled the Duggars. Didn't know about tea channels. I didn't know about beauty channel. I knew nothing about this part of the world. I knew you go to YouTube to find out how to fix your handle on your toilet or to fix your spark plugs on your lawnmower. I didn't know this all existed. So my first few interactions, I didn't know there were people out there. And when I realized there's a whole community that understands and agrees, you feel like, is there something wrong with me? And then you realize, oh, no. Your spidey sense is working just fine. She's in the wrong. So I know exactly that it does feel good to have people realize that I actually understand. Yep. Oh, Frank, picking your nose. I don't, and changing your undies. Yeah. Hey, let's all send her 3 pairs a day. I mean, for crying out loud. The picking the nose thing, every video. I haven't picked my nose yet. I don't get it. I haven't rubbed it, found skin and all the things she goes through, and it's always allergies, and then you look at the allergy count in her town and it's real low. No. Oh. Thanks, Susan. Sorry you had to go. I'm sorry it's yeah, we've been on a while. Sorry. Sweet Tea's journey. She's everybody scroll back to read that one. I don't know if I can finish it. But you're right, Sweet Tea. You're right. Heidi, exactly. That is why I feel like Michelle is more in charge. And he tells people that. Jim Bob has said from the get-go, Michelle decides if we're going to have more children. Michelle decides, not him. He's not forcing himself on her. And if they have a great sex life and they're happy and there's smiles on their face. And the other thing, before we even had grown children, we had Josh, then we had all the rest as children. I thought why I kept watching the show was they have very well-behaved kids. They're very polite. They're very nice. They're very helpful. They understand a work ethic. I thought they may be doing some things wrong, but they're doing some things right. And that shouldn't be discredited. The music, oh my word, they're so talented and smart. And pilots, most of the fellas, they're doing something right. I'm not saying they're perfect. Nope, I'm not saying that. But yes, Heidi, I believe that's true. His mom was in charge, and that's what he knew, and he liked it. Plus, he would reap the benefits. What's that saying? Happy wife, happy life. I think these men get that. Keep her happy. I'm going to get everything I want. Lots of sex. And she'll agree with all my decisions. It's going to be a great union. We're happy. She does her lives like her audience. Yeah, because she doesn't have friends, Shelley. She doesn't have friends. Not real ones. Oh, yes, Seabreeze. Yeah. Lori Smith. I don't know how many of you know Lori. She's been in our chat several times. She's in Charlotte's chat most days. But I've already had her on my prayers. And everybody, if you're a praying person, please put Lori in your prayers. And if you're not, if you're the vibes kind of person, I'm sure she would be happy to accept nice vibes too. Thank you, Seabreeze, for pointing that out. Gizmo. Hi, Gizmo. True, but look at Toad. I wonder what he's like before he was with her. Does she really make him happy? I mean, maybe she does. But boy, that'd be surprising. I don't know. My uncle, my oldest uncle, was married to a woman that nobody liked. She passed away. Sorry. My uncle's still with us, but she passed away a while ago. And nobody liked her. Nobody. And yet Uncle Carl stayed with her. She passed away until she passed away. So you don't know, even though everybody else thought, oh, what's going on? He saw something different. So maybe that's the case with Todd. Who knows? That was before or after Christ. I'm not sure what that question is. Which part? Something about Katie, maybe? Illuminati, OMG, they must be traumatized now to the workouts. They're your kids, right? Yeah. Shalene, hi. The worst, she is going in on someone, the giddier she gets. Yeah, it's exciting. Did you see her face as she said the word lube? Lube? I'm like, oh my God, woman. Hi, little red. How are you tonight? She wanted them to zip it. That's what that is, right? That's what that motion is. Zip it. Thank you. See, I'll learn the lingo. I'll catch on. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I saw part of Julie's live. Well, Lori, oh, honey, more prayers. I don't know if you're seeing this, but more prayers. More prayers. Illuminati. I wrote that before I saw what you said about your kid. Well, you're tag teaming. I know, Heidi. Todd has ED. Oh, well, that would make her bitter also on top of everything else, right? Oh my God. Let it go. Let it go. She wasn't that nice though, chat. She was not that nice. Let it go. God, you guys. And then she said something about I could have died. She said, it's and all you want to do is talk about that crap? That crap that you just told them? Oh, you mean that crap? All they wanted to do was talk about it. Oh, Laughter is a good medicine. It helps. Oh, she wouldn't even let the catch up. Oh, I know. Katie, that's true. Just like right now, I've got, I'm controlling chat, but chat could have already been typing. Yeah, but you've got this UTI thing wrong. One girl, Nicole, says, "How you're making fun of these people, and your information's wrong." I thought, "Go, Nicole, keep going." Now I wonder if she stays. Well, no, well, I won't know because there's probably a million Nicoles, but you know what I mean. Am I? Ah. You guys are bad. Just bad. Oh, John says if Katie isn't showering, that could cause the ED for Toad. It would cause it for most fellas. Oh, dear. Yeah. Illuminati's coming out of her funk. The Duggar sex talk. Oh. Oh, jeepers. A catchphrase gesture. Yeah, that's true. They probably could put him on meds if he really has that. There's those little blue pills. Oh, really? GTA is explaining the Galloboob is a Redditor who reposts a lot, and he's like Katie. I've never seen him. I'm not on Reddit much, but I'll have to keep my eye out. The Duggar sex ed. I don't think there's much wrong with it. I'm sorry if all of you. I think, yeah. I know that young men that I grew up didn't learn it quite that way. It took them a while. So more power to them. Oh, Shelley's Rose too. That'd be a night. We'll all decide which one of the Golden Girls we are. I think most of us are a little bit of all of them, probably is the answer. Heidi says, I'm standing corrected. I've never heard of someone standing corrected. Have you? Nope. Lori, you're here. Well, hi, hon. Oh my gosh. This week I have a CAT scan scope biopsy to figure out what stage I'm in. Please pray about those tests. Oh, Lori, we will, honey. Boy, it's a lot to go through. We're all here. We're all praying. You've lots of friends, lots and lots of friends. I know it's like sort of surface friends because we don't get together or whatever, but I know I miss you when I'm not around, and not just Lori, all of you, when I don't get to be here for a few days or whatever, and I miss the other creators. I mean, we are bonding, I think. Andrew Dice, you too. She is. She absolutely is. Yep. John's gonna be Sophia. Well, Sophia was wisecracking and smart, and so far tonight you've been pretty good on your wisecracks. So you can have that one. Oh, I have 3 besties. I think I've shared that with all of you before. So of the 4 of us, every once in a while, it's like, which one's which? Which one's which? Oh, I showed you this the other week, right? I don't know why I didn't put it away, but I didn't. But since it's sitting right here, along with my Lennon sister paper dolls, you see this is counted cross stitch, the Golden Girls. Well, I'm going to change it up a little bit for me and my other 3 friends and make it our hair and who's the tallest or whatever. And but use the rest of it because it's a good pattern. Isn't it? Isn't that gonna be cute? So, and what does it say? Thank you for being friend. There's the theme song. So I forgot about that. I really do like the gold. I should have put that in the video. Doggone it. And the video's already rendered, so I can't. That'd have been good. Please pass the word. So many in here. Yes, Charlotte and I cross over a lot, Seabreeze. I think that's probably because Charlotte and I are friends. We weren't friends before we did YouTube, but we met on YouTube, and she started out being such a helper to me, and then we've just, yeah, we definitely become friends, and pretty good friends also with Teaspiracy. So it's kind of like I feel grounded that I got a couple really good people I can talk to if I need to. Of course, I feel close to Little Red. Trying to think, more of an acquaintance on some of the other people with the other people, but you do start to feel like you're friends. You really do. So yes, Lori, there is a crossover here. Oh, okay? Holly says she hasn't changed, especially in the Man to Pants live. I watched it. She was terrible there to come in and act like that. And again, the chat's lagging, and Amanda can't keep up. I didn't see it in real time. I saw it after, in replay. But yeah, wow. See, isn't that sad, Kentucky girl? Never met anyone more. I sat and I was watching, I forget what I was watching, something weird. It was a law show, maybe the Law and Order or one of those, I forget, but it's like, I don't really care for that character, but I started thinking, is there anybody, even a character or that I find more disgusting? There's nobody. You can guarantee if we should be sort of grateful for the nights she comes on with her drink, which is almost every night, because the mouth just runs and she throws herself under the bus continually. It's just more stuff for everybody to talk about. Self-absorbed, not self-aware, and 12 years old. I'll add that, Kentucky girl. Everything you said, and she's 12 years old. And it jumped. Somebody's going to have to tell me about that one day. Why? Hi, Lizzie Stardust. I didn't see you before. Hi. I have to say, if my husband, we'd figure that out. Good. Yes. It's important. It is important. Is Lori saying bye? Good night, Lori. Yeah, she did. She thought that was that lube thing. Come on. Yes, that's right, Heidi. Nicole was the one she kicked out right as she stopped the stream. Nicole said something like, you're making it up and you're being mean as you're making this up. She goes, I'm not making up. Click. So we knew it was Nicole. Plus, if you scroll back, you can read it. It's right there. No, John. No. Hi, Jesse. Did you see him? Was it today? Yesterday? Oh, dear. He doesn't, I don't know how to explain him. There maybe is something wrong. That's my first vibe, but he just thinks he can just say the lies and everybody's supposed to believe it. We are not smart enough to know that's not the truth. Oh, That was some video. I didn't watch the whole thing. Couldn't. Seriously have several different kinds. I think I know what you're talking about there, Mrs. Cassandra. And that could have been on the list. Hi, Spicy Pizza. You praying? Yes, we all will be. Hopefully we'll get good news. I should probably tell Charlotte which day. Probably by the end of the week, right? Maybe. Hopefully. Hi, Cat Mom. Oh, that's okay. You're here now. Oh, Kiki. Prayers for your dad. Yes, Gizmo. She is. And that makes her a bitter, cranky, crotchety 42-year-old, 12-year-old. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Kitten, on the keys. I found it at Michael's. They had this cross stitch one, and then they had it as a kit for crochet. I crochet all the time, so I didn't really need the pattern for the crochet one, but this cross stitch, I think I'll enjoy that. I paint, that's my most hobby that I do. But sometimes you want to just pick up and do something different. And I think cross stitch is really kind of fun for that. I also like punch needle. I don't know if you've ever tried that. It's pretty fun. It's kind of like coloring. It's pretty easy. Guys, in a tiny tower. Okay, so this John, or Frank, we're now like 6 of us that thought that lube thing was ridiculous. Yeah, I love that. I love that Golden Girls. I mean, literally within minutes, I can be laughing, and I think that's awesome. Something that I always loved Friends too, but this is gonna sound bad because it tells you how old I am. But Golden Girls and Friends aren't really retro TV to me. They're kind of like normal TV to me. Oh dear. I know that perjury charge, I think, is still hanging out there. She doesn't think that. She thinks, oh, that's behind. But I think if this gets reopened, and or if someone wants to press that charge, she did perjure herself. She sure did. Super anti KJ Team Hyperforce. Is that our name? Is that we're superheroes? Take her on. Oh. Where'd it go? Doggone it. She basically discouraged the loop thing. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Katie says she basically discouraged the use of lube at all, saying most women don't need it. Oh, she said that about her rape case. The fella went to Cub Foods and bought lube, and she was embarrassed about that. So it was like, even that, see what like he thought I would need help. She doesn't understand much at all, really. The more she talks about sex, it doesn't necessarily mean that at all. The stupid woman. Does she have any fun? Does she play? Is it just, I don't know. Well, congratulations, Kathy. That's a long time. Well oiled. Oh, you can tell. She'll slur the words. That's how you tell. I know. Nobody wanted her there. I think I would have, if there would have been a good reception for her, I think I would have called Ethan. So listen, Ethan, I'm old enough to be your mother. And Trisha, mother. I was thinking, am I old enough to be her grandma? But no, mother. And no. Don't wreck your show. Don't. No. Laxative of the mouth. My grandfather always called it loudmouth soup. Loudmouth soup. I love that. Laxative of the mouth works too. Flavored ones. Miss Cassandra, you're still on that subject. Ah. Oh. She won't like that, Frank. She's not going to like that. The hairline. I've never seen anybody quite do that. You're having a problem, so let's show everybody. Who does that? I don't have, there's no problems here, but if there was, why would I do this? So you can see. I'm sorry, but I don't get that. I don't. Wouldn't you try a little bit? So, Frank, I know. Well, speaking of that, now tomorrow, I need to have my act together because we need sister wives. I missed 2 weeks in a row, and we got a lot to talk about. So, unless you're here differently, 10:15 Central, because I have to wait till 10 o'clock for Sister Wives to be done so we can talk about it. Oh, you guys are great. Lubed with cheap wine. Oh, God. There's a 55-gallon drum of wine next. I had a friend, and I don't think she'll care that I tell this story, but she always bought the box of wine. And it was cheaper. You got more wine. And her thing was, all it has to do is one job. And so I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. She didn't care if it tasted good. Oh, I was always not much of a drinker at all, but I always wanted like the girly drink. I wanted the pina colada or the margarita, not just like, I didn't drink much wine, maybe a little bit of white wine very occasionally. But yeah, I usually get a girly mixed drink and suck on that for the whole evening. I'm a cheap date. Yeah, I know. Unwell. Hero in her own story. Remember that song from Matchbox 20? Unwell. I love that song. I don't want it to be her theme song, but it kind of could be, I guess. the big black wig, brother. And he's got no hair. And he told us today, you'll never find out why. I don't have to share that with you. Oh, I wonder what AZ has to say about that. Oh, Tammy. Oh, no, I didn't. Thank you. Doggone it. I gotta write that down. Some of you aren't here for the Sister Wives, but that's tomorrow night. That's really sad. I liked your mom, and the girls had just gone up to take care of the bed and breakfast. So I wonder how that's all going to work out. So we'll have to see. But you have to keep remembering the show we're watching is a year behind, almost to the month. So bingo, Alexis. What did bingo say? Just woke up, Karen. Welcome. Welcome. Well, Katie, see, that's how I feel about it. That list, I wish I could do the split screen or the share screen or whatever it's called. I was trying really hard tonight because to put the list up and let us read it one line by line. I probably could find it, but it'd take me a little bit. Because I don't, other than if you wanted to make fun of them. And then she wanted, because we're talking about poopy, she wanted to tie that constipation, the Imodium, to how does sex cause constipation? That's not what they were talking about. And she just open mouth, show us how dumb you are. That's not what that wasn't. That was in case that happened on your honeymoon and you were uncomfortable, you would have things to help you. It was, I mean, I guess when you're dumb, I titled this Liar, Stupid, or Both. And guess what my answer is? No doubt about it. Both. Absolutely both. I've never seen her tell the truth throughout an entire video yet. And she proved how stupid she was this week. Just open mouth. It looks like Jesse was wearing or drank Kool-Aid or something. His lips, everything was so bright red. So red. Make a video. Oh yeah, I'm sure. You mean about Mary's mom? Yeah. Oh, and it'll be so. And that gags me. She'll rip Jessa apart. Just rip her apart. And then we have happy news here at Without a Crystal Ball. Our friend Jessa Duggar's expecting baby number 4. They do make cute kids. Rip her apart. Tomorrow, rip her apart some more. But pretend. And that's, oh, I wrote that down. We didn't talk about that yet. Very important part. I guess I didn't write it down. Oh, yes, there it is. You know how she tries to separate Christians from fundies, and she wants to really make sure the fundies are way bad, and the IFB and the NFIB. I don't know what she brought up today. Really bad. And then the Christians, well, just your regular mainstream Christians. No, that's different. That's okay. That's not true. She hates them too, but she realizes they're in her streams. They, just like me, a Christian woman that enjoyed the Duggar show, Googles Duggars. Up comes Without a Crystal Ball. She wants the money. She wants you. I don't hate Christians. Christians are fine. It's just these wacko jobs over here. She's lying. She's absolutely 100%. She doesn't like Christians at all. At all. Listen to her video about the time she almost joined a cult. And it's just a small town evangelical church. All of a sudden it's a cult. And they added all the parts that you would want to say if it's a cult. Like it has they want is money. They only did for themselves. I mean, she has the lingo down perfectly. LRC, hi. Well, I didn't want to mince any words. Crotchety 42-year-old. Is that what came out of my mouth? I mean it, so I'll live with it. I'll accept it. Yeah. Crochet the Golden Girls. Yes. Like little mini puppet dolls, sort of. It was a kit. See, this is a kit too. I haven't started it obviously yet, but we got instructions. And then back here, I don't remember how I opened this. I tried to open it once. Oh, there. Is that going to work? It slides out. This is the crochet or the hooks, the needle, the yarn. Well, doggone it. Well, you're gonna have to trust me. I'm doing something wrong. It's in there. See all that goody stuff? It's all in there. So it's a kit. And I thought it would be fun. So oh, she did. Heidi says AC put a new video about Jessie. We're gonna have to see that. Frank says, I'm so mad I have to go. But, well, thanks for the laughs, too. You've really contributed quite a few funnies for us tonight. And catch my video. I'm really hoping it's past the 2 places where my videos tend to get hung up because of lack of space. So I'm pretty confident I'm just going to have to push the button and it's going to load because I've done the description and everything. And I didn't want to do it while we were doing this because I thought you might get confused whether to come to the live or go to the video. So I thought I'll just wait, do one at a time. You tried numbing spray? Oh, for gag reflex. Mrs. Cassandra, you're going to get a timeout. In the corner. I love you. You're funny. I like the double entendres. Just saying. Yeah, John says, hopes AZ nails that nut ball. It sounds like she's got it in check. I think she's given him till Tuesday. That's what I heard her say. We'll see what happens. Hi, Michelle. Squire Wells, welcome. Yes, she does. She does. I would be so embarrassed. Oh, her and her husband are pagans. They are. But they did try evangelical Christian church when Bon was sick. You know, the church might help. She was looking for friends. She's struggled to have friends her whole life. I don't think she has any right now. You got to be a friend to have a friend. But she doesn't have that gear at all. I don't think most narcissists, they will use you to pretend you're their friend, like she does Amy Duggar. She doesn't like Amy Duggar. You can see it in the videos. She's like, oh God, please put that kid to bed. And Amy, can you answer my questions? Yeah, it's not, that isn't even nice. It's not fun to watch. There is, I'm going to say her name wrong again. Inquis. Oh, honey, I'm gonna have to get like phonetically because, or call you something else. What could I nickname you? There is a petition.org to take down her platform. Interesting. Jackie Sunshine, hey babe. That's a fact. She hates them all. And she does. All of them. And it's not even just whichever day flavor of the day, whichever that is. So it's been a few crazy days. You bet it has. Heidi, KJ isn't used to good treatment. She's used to get trashed and wake up and wonder why you are with that guy. That's why she can't understand good treatment. Maybe that's it. You know, if you hate your life, you get drunk, you're trash, you got to wake up with a hangover and do the whole day all over again and talk about people that you hate all day. Boy, I'd want more to my life than that. Oh, Kentucky girl, right. She doesn't like Christians who practice their faith. As long as you're a Christian, you stay home and don't ever talk about it. She's fine with that. Hi, Ashley. How are you tonight? It's good to see you, LRC. In my opinion, this is from Karen, KG is mad at God. You know, there may very well be truth in that, Karen. I've often thought that myself. Yeah, could be. Hi, Susan. How are you? Where'd they go? Hi, Jess. Nothing wrong with the list. Thank you. Thank you. I was nervous to come on and say that. But I thought, well, I'm open to hear if anybody thinks there was something wrong. But I read it through. Of course, some of it was in the book, like I said, and the rest of it seemed like good advice for a trip. And I'm just like, what is wrong with that advice? And then she says, it was written in 1977. We've learned a lot since then. We've learned a lot more about women's anatomy. She goes right from that to, what'd she say? She used words like they went right from, we've learned more about anatomy. We've learned about women having freedom and choice and consent. We did? Why is the book that's written in 1977 not correct? If she read it, I'll challenge you right now, woman. Read the damn book. And then we'll come on and you tell me what parts you don't like, what parts are incorrect. Because I didn't see anything. It would be such a small thing. Sorry, but thank you for sharing that with me. There's nothing I wouldn't want to. Yeah, don't you want your daughter to have a happy marriage, good, healthy sex life, smile on her face, living the good life? Don't we all want that? She doesn't know how to be a friend. That's right, Jackie. She doesn't. Hi, Jessica. Off topic. Oh, thank you, hon. Thank you. For all I know, Erin could be coming on here anytime now. She does like late streams. The Metallica song. Yeah. He's a piece of meat. Does he feel real bad about that, Cassandra? I bet he thinks he's a pretty lucky guy. How to be a wife? No. That's a good question, Angela. Sometimes I don't think, just like I've said, the source isn't giving up much anyway. And I think maybe sometimes, but Amy needs to be very careful. She has a store and a restaurant in their small town. You don't get to hope to get the Christian audience into your boutique if you're going to trash them. Same thing with the restaurant. So this NDA, which we don't know, Katie says Jim Bob made her sign it. It very well could be TLC, not Jim Bob. We don't know that. We don't know that. There's lots of things that it could be that's not being said. You know, if you go and look at their Instagrams, they're friends with very few people. The Duggars are friends with the Bates. And then they're friends with Amy's husband, his sister. I don't put the stock into Instagram that Katie does. She does that because it's the only place she has to go when it's not the season. We don't have new stuff because of the season. So they haven't said happy birthday in 2 years on Instagram. Well, neither have I. Does that mean I didn't call the person or didn't have lunch with them? Or it's all about if it's Instagram. But could it be Amy? Sometimes, maybe. But I think she'd have to be very careful. Very careful. Oh, yeah. Okay. She doesn't know if that happens, right? Read the book, Katie. Oh my God. Yeah. Cracked up. Let's do that. Does the word fondy mean fundamentalist? Let's change it up. Be our new word. They're fondies. I love it. Oh, yeah. I know. I don't know how to sign it either, Gizmo. Why isn't YouTube doing something? I don't get it. If everything she's doing is okay, then I guess we're all good. Nobody should ever get their channel tossed, I guess. Because she's done plenty against TOS. Plenty. I'll see if I can find out. All of you that are asking about that petition, I didn't even know about it myself until I read it tonight. I went to private school. They taught us nothing. Oh, I went to public school and they did teach us something. The girls got their talk the year before the boys got their talk. Because I guess us girls needed it ahead of time. But it wasn't like what the Duggar talk was. We didn't learn all that. Basically, we learned their separate parts. And never should they meet. That's what we learned. There is a lot of good advice. There is. It really jumped that time, like double jumped, whatever that means. Oh, there it is. Okay. It was respectful and well thought out, which she also made weird. But these people have been thinking about that night their whole life. Yeah, they've never. And it's not wrong. It's not perverted. It's not too much over the top. That they can't wait, boys and girls, to be able to do that. We're all human. I don't think we want to live in a world where that's icky. I don't. Okay, so I guess I have an assignment. Find the petition. KT is the person who hates intimacy. And that's why she drinks so much. And that's why she doesn't go to bed. And that's why she doesn't sleep with her husband. And that's why she's bitter. It's the answer to the whole dang puzzle. We're geniuses. We are. Yeah. Yeah. She's jealous of normal women. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Just said it right. She was prepared, and see, and isn't that better than a teenager in the backseat of a car? Maybe protected, probably not. No towel. So I thought it's in the book. Sex can be messy. If you've never had it, you might not know that. And it might be good to know. Some baby wipes in the suitcase might not be a bad idea. But oh, these people are terrible, perverted. KJ's never clearly had a friend. Yeah, I know. And she's crap to the people that she kind of had as friends. So those are gone. Oh, when she was talking about Dobrik? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, she did. Also, we're going to keep this right here between us. Okay? We're not telling anybody. She doesn't know anything about women's anatomy. And she's bi. What kind of lover do you think she is when she's bi? Or do you think, like me, she's never been bi? She had a dream once or something. The song, was it Katy Perry, Kiss a Girl, came on. And hey, I think that's me. I think. No. Every person she talks about in her past is a guy. She doesn't know women's anatomy. She doesn't even know. Yeah. Sorry. I say busted. Not true. Debunked. Yep, she never wanted kids. She told us that. The liners. Yeah, it might be. It might be. But how do I say this right? Liners aren't a bad idea. Just the little panty liner. Especially for young women, in case there's any little stain or anything. I don't know how many pairs got ruined because of a stain. And it was always like, that was my brand new pair. We didn't have the nice little, just the panty liner. We had, the big whatevers. I'm old. Oh, you guys are so smart. Well, thank you, Missy P. It was tough. And I'm going to do it. I think it's a little easier when I do it in video form because obviously you're not sure how this is going to go exactly. I can control it a little better, but I'm having fun and we're laughing, but I'm very angry about this. I may not look at this minute, but it was beyond disgusting. And please, as we wrap this up here soon, please put it into perspective. It was a laugh fest. So much so that when it went awry, she came back to do more of it. Laugh, ha ha, Katie Joy Comedy Hour. Until that was, people were ridiculing her. Next day, then we're taking it to the narrative that Jim Bob Duggar's a pervert. And we're going to drive that pervert home. Please don't forget that part, because if a rational person thinks, ha ha, funny, it wouldn't have changed. It would have been disgusting from the very minute she started talking about it. But she was like, oh, you guys, I got that. Oh my God, I got tea. Wait till you hear this doctor that Jim Bob quotes all the time. Oh my God, you guys, he thinks you can get a UTI from having sex. That's how she starts it. Because it's supposed to be funny. It wasn't funny. So you don't get to take it from comedy hour to these people are sickening, perverted, whatevers, disgusting people, like she tries to lambaste them with constantly. No, Katie. No. You're well, I already knew that. You're a jerk. Just a jerk. It was tough to talk about, but we did it. We made it. A lot of good advice. And that's the other thing. If in the book, you guys, literally, chapter about all kinds of birth control, all kinds. This was not written to be for, Christian specific only. Back in the day, the Catholic people would have had to tear out half the book, because the only thing they could have followed was the abstinence and the, what they call it with the calendar, rhythm. Otherwise, all the rest of it they couldn't have followed. But my point is, it's all in there, and she didn't care about that. She lied about it. She lied. Too much lying. Too much lying. I bet you didn't, Jess. You got past it though, right? Thank God. You copied and pasted. Okay, for the petition, Bo. Is that what you're talking about? I do too, Angel. I do too. Katie will turn on Amy. Holly. Interesting you'd say that. In her family, she has family members that have it. Do you remember she first told us didn't do anything? I didn't do anything. What happened? I'm an artist, so I draw faces. I understand. That's my job, sorta. So Katie's face goes, well, I guess for years it goes like that, and then it goes like that. So if her nose, whoops, the other way. This is gonna be hard for me. This way. It goes this way. If you were to draw it, I'm gonna do it again. That way. Okay. Then it comes down and it's even with her little, that's got a name, doesn't it? Cleft? No, that's not it. That little mark there, it's even though it's sideways that way. And then that's even. Then her bottom lip, where this should be even, is, that's the other way, is over here. So it comes, it's the other way. Why can't I do this? It's backwards. So just do it backwards. There we go. It's this way and then this way. So she has family members that have it too. So if she never did it, either they all did it or she never did it. And when she got those lip fillers, watch, when she makes her lips bigger, just with lipstick and liner and stuff, you will see that chin be bigger. She if she's not going to get surgery to fix it, she needs to not, yeah. But it's just the way it is. And then when you see it, because of the proportions, yeah. But when I saw pictures of her family, it was like, oh, well, wait a minute here. Maybe this wasn't an implant, or several people got the implant. I don't know for sure. I don't know. Oh, it's good to see you too, Susan. Great to see you. Oops. I'm sorry. I'm touching things all over the place here. Very good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Oh, I know. Okay. Katie D says, Jess, that was another thing that showed how little she knows. They were valid, non-creepy reasons for those items. She didn't even understand the pillow. Oh, the pillow. Guys, I know maybe this is just older people thought of it. I don't know. It doesn't hurt to elevate the hips for many reasons. We all knew that. I don't remember if we talked amongst ourselves. Maybe it was in that pamphlet my mom gave me. I don't remember. But yes, the pillow is a good thing, a really good thing, especially to learn this practice. It's not a bad thing. Oh my word, even that. She trashed that. Parents, yeah. Yeah. Miss Cassandra, the generations, that wasn't always easy. I bet with my mom, she didn't even get the pamphlet on the bed. So my mom had done more than my grandma. And then I did more with my daughter. Then hopefully my daughter will do more with hers. Hopefully. It won't be such a stigma. Isn't that kind of funny too, by the way? Katie comes from an extremely liberal family. And do you think that they sit around and think sex is icky and dirty the way she does? Is that what they taught her? I would love to talk to her mother. Is this what you thought you were raising? This woman that makes everything creepy when it's natural and nice and nothing wrong with it? Text Angie, hi. She states she never never. She never did want kids. She compromised to have the one, and then the one had difficulties, and I don't think she was very happy about that. And that's sad. It's sad. She needs to mature. She's 12 years old. Back to that. Oh, honey, I've been blocked on everything. Yeah, you just joined in the club, Aaron. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, and that's in the book too, by the way. STDs, ED, um, elderly people. I mean, this doctor covered quite a bit. Now, it is, I don't know if any of you are here new that weren't here a little bit ago, but the book that's being talked about in the last few days is not the book Jim Bob Duggar gave to his son on his wedding night that we saw. And it is not the CD that he gave Josh. Okay. Doesn't mean that they haven't added this book to the repertoire. Very well likely. It's a good book. But unless you think women's anatomies changed a lot, well, you know what? It must have. It must have, because nowadays you can't get a UTI. I'm sorry. I tried to do it with a straight face and I couldn't. Yeah, new women, young new women, they can't get them. Just us old folks. That's an old folks problem. I literally, you guys, because I knew it was a honeymoon. I knew before. Right now, when you get done talking with me, go to your Google bar, type in UTI, and on the front page, it's going to say honeymoon disease. It's also going to tell you to go potty before and after, so the bacteria, and the book goes further and explains that urine in the human body is sterile, so it does clean the tract. Surprise. And this is for boys and girls, by the way. Here at Mama Waxy's Sex Ed. Yeah, it's for both sexes. Both sexes can get UTIs. Both. Women, the plumbing's a little closer, but both can. Oh, Karen says the majority of women do get UTIs after sex, and that's a fact. Then if you don't have to take medication for it, they get yeast. Yeah, it's a battle. It's a flippin' battle. Your antibiotics will make your pH off, and then now you got the yeast thing. And can I please just be normal? Yeah, and to think they had thoughtful enough parents that thought, well, while you're gone for 2-3 weeks, take this stuff along, because I'd hate to have you have a miserable trip while you're trying to learn about each other and explore and go, oh, I can't. I got a yeast infection. I can't. Oh, honey, we can't go on the boat ride. I got a UTI. The parents are thoughtful enough to say, hey, guys, you might want to take some of this with you. I wish that I would have been told some of that. I'll never forget my first UTI. I thought I was going to die. What's wrong with me? We were in a car ride. I'm in the car. Oh, my husband, me, my mom, and my dad. I don't think my brother, I have a young brother, was with us. Don't remember why. But we had to drive from like, I don't know, 6 hours away. And I'm going, Dad, I have to go potty. He goes, and my dad's one of those, you don't stop. No stopping. I'm going, but Dad, I really do. We just stopped. I'm sorry, Dad, I really do. And I didn't have the guts to, I don't know if they suspected or whatever. I'd been married maybe 3 months. And I told my aunt when we got home, and she's like, honey, somebody should have helped you. Wait. I'm like, I know, I didn't know what to do. So, yeah, I remember it very well. And it wasn't a honeymoon, but it was shortly thereafter. Oh my God. And then you get the yeast infection. Oh, she did. LRC says she's told recently her audience is Duggars and money. And yes, it's obvious, guys. Just go look at the views. You'll see it. Yeah. So there's just going to be more of the same. She did 3 Duggar videos yesterday or today. She talked about it. That's not normal, but you guys love them. Yeah. And I don't think it's going to stop until she gets stopped. No, the more of us that realize that this is a crock, more of us should talk. Need to speak it out. I truly think that the video, just the whatever that is, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is, where she's telling the world, laughing, mocking, they think you can get a UTI from sex. Oh my God, that doctor, Jim Bob, tells his kids, aren't they stupid? And then she stops and she gets serious for a second. She goes, you guys, it's not the same hole. It doesn't even make sense. It's right there. Just saying. It doesn't make sense. And everybody, thank God her audience caught it. I mean, they really did not stop. And I was like, because how dare she? I hope if I ever do that, you guys stop me. I really just say, hey, Waxy, you're off track. I'm going to go, okay. Reel me in. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Karen's pointing out, too, that the pillows are how polite and decent to the other people when you're in a hotel. Those pillows are going to be under the girl's hips, and then hopefully the pillowcase will get changed. Just saying. No, it's all good. There was nothing wrong. Nothing, except that's not the narrative she wants to push. Yes. Oh, I know, Bo. Oh my gosh, I know. The 3-day weekend with, you just, there's no relief. Now there's over the counter stuff that you can purchase and get help before you can get the antibiotics. But before that, you suffered. You just suffered. I'll never forget. Ah. Oh, yes. Jill's using birth control. She mentioned that. I think that's good. I think that's good. The thing that Katie's not realizing, she started talking about the Duggars in the late summer of 2019. So it's a year and a half-ish ago. Now she wrote some articles, I guess, for Pathos, but actually going into Duggar content and she doesn't know crap about them at all. But she did start writing it, and she actually, I can go back and we can write down the things that she brought forward as the bad things from the Institute of Life Principles, the bad things. And she has spent the last year and a half of her life going to make that be the truth. That's the way it's going to be. There's no other options. Jim Bob's a pervert, and he's taught his children, and he hangs with them, and she's not going to quit. Nope, not at all. Nope. Same pillows. Better, right? Oh. Oh, I didn't see that, Katie, but I believe you. Oh, demonetized. Come on, Toddy. What are we waiting for? Somebody said April Fools. But nobody will believe it. Ah. Oh, okay. Conversation to the girls. Michelle talks to the group. Okay. I see. But if you have the right relationship and it's handled correctly, and if you're going to be mature enough to get married, perhaps you should be mature enough to hear the birds and the bees talk. The list, the help, the suggestions. If they're giggling and acting like a fool, like Katie, then they probably shouldn't be married because they're 12 years old. I'm going to hammer that one. That's going to be my battle cry. She's 12 years old. Yeah. But, well, guys, I was on here again. I figured an hour, hour and 15 maybe. Well, we doubled that. Thank you, though, for helping me, because I was nervous, especially when the things that I was going to use, the props I was going to have for my little presentation, I wasn't able to use. So then it's like, okay, you're going to have to talk. You got to talk about this subject. Never in a million years would I thought I'm going to grow up one day and talk to an audience about this subject. Yeah, this was a new one. Totally. Oh, is she? Miss Cassandra says Erin's going live. So we can head over there. I'm going to upload my video. Hopefully it'll be up before too long. Okay. Hitting her hard, LRC. You're talking to who? Hitting it hard. It's been a rough few days. Oh, thank you, Kiki. I don't know about that, but hopefully, okay. I'll say this. I did my best to tell you the truth. I always do. I try to tell you the truth. I have sources and not those kind of sources, but I have resources, and I didn't BS you in any way. I told you the truth, and hopefully, you will never have to. That'd be my biggest fear. Is you'd have to leave here and then be in someone else's stream, and Waxy said this, and the person goes, "Oh, Waxy's an idiot or something." I can see someone, I don't know who right off the top of my head, but I could see disagreeing, but I didn't say anything that's not absolutely how I feel and absolutely what I thought I should say. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for coming, and all goes well. If you're a Sister Wives fan, tomorrow night, 12, not 12, 10:15. Okay. And look for my other videos about Katie. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's just almost like a documentary. It takes me longer than the norm to make videos, I can tell. I work and work and work, and they've done 3. I'm like, wait a minute. How did you do that? So it's a learning curve, but I'm getting there. So, okay. Well, good night. Have a nice rest of your weekend. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys. It was great to see you. Bye-bye.